Good morning students. How are you all? Today we are going to start new chapter number 15, light, session number 1. Now children, light word is very familiar to you, right? We have learned about lights and its sources in smaller standards like 6th, right? In that we have learned that how light travels, what is reflection, right? So more we are going to learn in details about this chapter in our class. Further children, this chapter you will learn in more details in higher classes. It is a chapter of physics, right? Let's start with our chapter. Rectilinear propagation of light. Now what do you mean by rectilinear propagation of light? Light, we know children that it travels in a straight path, right? Whenever you are putting a tube light on, or if you are seeing the natural source of light, for example, sun rays is coming from window in your house, it is traveling in a straight path. So light travels in straight path everywhere. It cannot curve or flow around a body. Means it is not like that it just flow around the curve shape of the body. It passes each and everywhere in a straight line. This mode of traveling is called as rectilinear propagation. When it is traveling into a straight path, it is called as rectilinear propagation. So we will see one activity to prove that light travels in a straight path. Look at a candle flame or an electric bulb through a straw. You have to take a straw which is very straight, okay? You have to take a straw which is straight. So from here, if you are watching a candle, okay, it is a straight path and here a candle is there, right? So if you are watching candle from this point, you are able to see the candle. Then bend the straw and try to look at the same object. Now if you are bending the straw, right, and you are watching the candle, what will you find? When light falls on an object, some of it bounces off the object while passes through or is absorbed by the object. Now if you are seeing from this curved path, you will see that you are not able to see the candle light. Why children? Because the straw is folded on this part. So the candle light is stopped in here in this point. So it is not visible from this point, right? So whenever the light is falling on any object, some of the light is bounced by the object or some of the light is absorbed by the object. While passing through or is absorbed by the object, the bouncing of light is called as reflection. For example, if we are taking a ball and a light is falling on the ball, okay, so what will happen? The light which is falling on the ball will bounce and it will make a reflection here because ball is an opaque object and the other light will pass from the other sides of the ball. So this is called as reflection of the object. Now whenever we are standing opposite to the mirror of an object or if we are seeing ourselves in the mirror, we can see our own reflection. Why? Because the light is falling from the back side which is reflecting on us and it is showing our image. Right children? All non-luminous objects that we see reflect light. Non-luminous object means the object which are not emitting light. For example, a wooden piece, right? So it is not emitting a light. So that object will reflect the light and it will show the reflection of the object. Some surfaces reflect light better than the other object. Now sometimes if the surface is smooth of the light, okay, or where the reflection is falling, then the object, then some surfaces reflect light better. Now, for example, if we are taking a smooth floor of glass, okay, so that will reflect light better than a rough ground. Is it clear, children? Mirror and metal object reflect more light than the other object. Now see these two metals, one is mirror and one is metals. They are having smooth surface, so they will show the reflection more better and it will show the reflection clear. Now if the mirror is rough, then we are not able to see the reflection properly. Smooth and polished surface reflect light better. जब reflection carry होना है कोई ऑब्जेक्ट का, तो उसके लिए स्मूथ सरफेस ज्यादा बेटर है और पॉलिश्ड सरफेस बेटर है. जैसे हम मिरर का एग्जांपल ले लेंगे. मिरर इज अ स्मूथ सरफेस, राइट? सो इट कैन शो आवर रिफ्लेक्शन परफेक्टली, राइट? The path taken by a ray of light is oftenly shown by a ray diagram. Whenever you want to show the path of light, it is mostly shown in the form of ray. So ray diagram can show the path of light clearly. The ray of light falling on a surface is called the incident ray. Now you can see here, this ray is falling on the smooth surface. Okay, this is the surface. The light is falling on the surface, so we will show in the downward arrow, right? So this is called as incident ray, and the ray of light which reflects off the surface is called reflected ray. Now here you can see this. This is the reflected ray of this object, right? So this is incident ray, and the incident ray is falling on the surface and it is reflected. It is called as reflected ray, right, children? So I hope you understood about light, how light travels in a straight path, rectilinear propagation of light we have discussed, reflection of light we have discussed. We have discussed about incident ray, reflected ray, right? In next session, children, we will continue with about plane mirror. Thank you and have a nice day.